few months ago, I made a video about Ubuntu 24.04 Hyprland setup, and many people requested a follow-up video with latest Ubuntu 24.10. In this video, I will show you how to install brand new Hyprland on Ubuntu 24.10. Thanks to the GitHub developer, the installation process is automated, allowing you to set up Hyprland in just a few minutes. For those who are not familiar, Hyprland is a Wayland compositor based on WLROOTS, offering smooth animations, dynamic tiling, and straightforward configuration. Let's start the process of customizing Ubuntu with Hyprland. First, ensure you have a fresh copy of the latest Ubuntu 24.10 installed on your PC or laptop. Before setting up Hyprland on Ubuntu, make sure you have at least 10 GB of free space available on your system. Then open the terminal and update your system by running this command. Once it's done, reboot your system. Now install Timeshift, a backup tool that allows you to create snapshots of your system. This backup will be used if anything goes wrong after installing Hyprland. Ensure you back up the entire root system and home directories. Then click on Create to take a snapshot of the current state of Ubuntu. Additionally, back up any important files to external media for extra safety. It's recommended to install some dependencies or packages before setting up the Hyprland environment. Run this command to install Git and other required packages. Now it's time to set up Hyprland environment using an installer script created by the Maverick developer. Now visit the GitHub page and read the instructions to understand how Hyprland works on Ubuntu. Now scroll down to the installation section. If you're running Ubuntu 24.04 LTS, copy and paste these commands into the terminal. For non-LTS versions such as 24.10, copy and paste these commands into the terminal. After running the script, you will be asked some questions. Type Y to proceed with the Hyprland installation on Ubuntu and follow the instructions carefully. If you have NVIDIA GPU, type Y. Otherwise, choose No. Then type Y and press Enter to install GTK themes for customization. Then type Y to configure Bluetooth. Now type Y to install the Tuner file manager. Since Ubuntu comes with GNOME Display Manager, aka GDM, which can be used to launch Hyprland session, type N when asked about installing a simple display manager. Now type Y to install XDG desktop support. If you want to install C Shell and Pokemon scripts for TTY, type Y. If you're trying this on the Asus ROG laptop, type Y. Otherwise, type N and press Enter. Then install the pre-configured Hyprland.files. Once the installer starts, it will download, build, and compile core packages from source. Be patient and respond to any authentication prompts. While the script runs, disable sleep mode by modifying your power settings to prevent your computer from sleeping. When the script is finished, you will be asked to reboot, choose N, and verify the installation. Now navigate into the installation logs and use the cat command to read the check file. If the message indicates success, the installation is complete. If it shows failed packages, rerun the script and research any problematic packages to ensure compatibility with Ubuntu. Once resolved, reboot your system. On the login screen, click on your username, then click on the settings gear icon at the bottom right and select Hyprland. If the Hyprland option is missing, open TTY session with Ctrl+Alt plus F2 or F3. Now log in with your username and password and type Hyprland and press enter. If you see any errors, log into the GNOME session. Restore a timeshift backup and rerun the script. This is the most powerful Hyprland configuration you have ever experienced. The developer provides you with the flexibility to modify the system, adjust the Waybar layout, change wallpapers, and much more. The first thing to do after setting up Hyprland is to press Super plus H. The Super key is the Windows key on your keyboard. This action brings up a list of key bindings related to specific applications or shortcuts to open wallpapers, configure Waybar style, and much more. I recommend reading this list and memorizing some shortcuts. For instance, to close any app windows, press Super plus Q. Now pressing Super plus Enter launches up the Kitty terminal where you can see the Z shell environment. Now let's increase the font size of Kitty terminal. In your home directory, there is a hidden folder named config, which is where all the Hyprland configuration files are stored. Now type this command to navigate into config directory, then open the Kitty configuration file and locate the font size setting. Change the font size value to 20, then save the changes by pressing Ctrl+O and exit by pressing Ctrl+X. Then go ahead and close the terminal by pressing Super plus Q and reopen it by pressing Super plus Enter. You should now see the increased font size of the terminal. To edit the Hyprland configuration files, press Super plus E. You will see all configuration files organized neatly. For example, open the keybinds configuration file to modify the default keyboard shortcuts. Let's add a key binding to open the Chrome web browser. Assign Super plus C as the shortcut, then save the changes. Now switch to a new workspace by pressing Super plus A to open up a workspace overview layout. Now use the empty new workspace, then press Super plus C to launch Chrome. You can also switch between workspaces using a 3-finger swipe gesture. To change or update wallpaper, press Super plus W. This action brings up a panel to choose a wallpaper. The source for these wallpapers is the Pictures directory. You can add any wallpaper to this folder. Then press Super plus W to find and apply it. If you want to stop the script that automatically updates wallpapers every 30 minutes, open File Manager with Super plus T. In the Home directory, press Ctrl plus H to see hidden folders. Navigate to Config, Hyper, and User Scripts. Then rename this file by adding .bag to its name. Now by default, natural scrolling is disabled for touchpads. To enable, open the User Settings file, press Ctrl plus W and search for Input. Adjust the mouse sensitivity. Now -1 is minimum and +1 is maximum. Then locate Natural Scrolling option under Touchpad and set its value to True. Then save the changes with Ctrl plus O. The changes take effect immediately. Now Hyprland allows you to change the themes using GTK Settings. Press Super plus D to bring Rofi App Launcher. Then open GTK Settings, select Widgets and select the style you fancy. You can also increase the size of the mouse cursor, change icons, fonts, and much more. To customize the Waybar layout, press Super plus Alt plus B to choose a Waybar layout. For example, you can move the Waybar to the bottom using the bottom layout. For now, I'm going to choose the top long minimal layout. Then press Super plus Ctrl plus W to change the Waybar style. On the top left, clicking on the Hyprland logo opens up Rofi App Launcher. Alternatively, you can press Super plus D to access the app launcher. The Waybar also provides more system controls for connecting to Wi-Fi, access the notifications, and opening the power menu. To learn more about Waybar customization, check out the video by JA. I will leave a link in the description. If you wish to switch back to the GNOME desktop environment, log out of the Hyprland session. Then click on your username, select the sprocket icon at the bottom right, and choose Ubuntu Wayland. If you decide to remove Hyprland and return to the original state of Ubuntu, use Timeshift Backup to restore a previous snapshot. Overall, Ubuntu with Hyprland offers one of the best desktop experiences. And that's it for this video on installing and customizing Hyprland on Ubuntu. A huge thanks to all the developers who contribute to making Linux beautiful. Don't forget to explore the GitHub page for more insights into the Hyprland configuration. Thank you so much for watching. This has been KSK Rail. I will see you in the next one.